Howdy, my name is Jacob Newsom, and I'm a student worker here at the Center for Teaching Excellence English Language Proficiency program. Today we're going to do a brief overview of the Virtual Language Lab. We're going to look at all the different parts and aspects that make up the VLL and how to operate each one. Here we go. To get the most out of your Virtual Language Lab experience, we're going to have you start with two modules. One, the first module is called For First-Time Users, and that one is required. The second module is recommended. It's not required. It's called Get Started. Although it's not required, we highly recommend you do it so that helps you get more acquainted with the way that the Virtual Language Lab is operated. After that, you'll be able to go to any Virtual Language Lab module that is present in the actual website. What you'll want to do next is download the application called VoiceIn. The VoiceIn app is a free tool that you can download onto your computer or device that will transcribe spoken word into written text online. This application is used to determine if you are pronunciating words correctly and accurately enough for the machine to understand. We recommend downloading this as it is frequently used in the Virtual Language Lab. Now you're ready to begin to use the Virtual Language Lab to its full potential. Here we go. What you're going to do is go and choose any module that you want. What you'll find is a brief overview of the sound that you'll be covering in that module. You'll have two videos, and their primary goal is to describe and show the specific position of the mouth and the tongue. Next is the pre-listening discrimination. What the pre-listening discrimination assesses is how familiar you are with the specific target sound that you are studying in that particular module. What you'll do in this assessment is you will listen to both male and female voices using the target sound, and then you will have to choose which best fits that sound. This will help you understand how familiar you are with the sound and whether you can fully understand it in a word. The next part is the controlled practice. In the controlled practice, you will get the ability to speak and get feedback. The controlled practice is split into two parts. The first part is you will listen to the Google pronunciation tool give minimal pair words. The Google pronunciation tool makes it easier for you to distinguish between the different sounds that differentiate the minimal pairs. The second part is where you will listen to actual male and female recorded voices from the CTE ELP. You will then use speech-to-text technology like VoiceIn to record your answers in the text box. You will speak the words that you hear the male and female voices saying. The purpose behind using VoiceIn in the controlled practice is to determine whether you are pronouncing the target sounds and words correctly. The next part of the module is the guided practice. The guided practice is where you will also use VoiceIn or any other speech-to-text technology to answer questions. The guided practice is also split up into two parts, the sentence building, but also describing a photograph. In the sentence building part of the guided practice, you will be given a word bank with specific words to use and a sentence stem to build your sentence with. You will then use VoiceIn or any other speech-to-text technology, record your sentence, and then input that into the answer box. For describing the photo, you will be shown a photograph on the VLL in the guided practice section. You will also be given certain words to use in your description, and you will use VoiceIn or any other speech-to-text technology to record your answer and transcribe that into the answer box. When you turn it in, you will get undergraduate feedback from undergraduate student workers here at the CTE ELP. Next is the free practice section. In the free practice section, you have a little bit more free reign whenever you are giving your answers. You will be given a prompt, and you are supposed to give a 1 to 2 minute speech about that prompt. You will use VoiceIn or any other speech-to-text technology to transcribe your words and put it into the answer box. Once you submit it, you will receive feedback from one of the consultants here at the CTE ELP who are also linguists. Once you do that, you can also request feedback from your peers by submitting your answers into the peer feedback section. You can also, at that point, give feedback to your own peers. Next is the communicative practice section. Here you will have real-time, real-life conversations with real people. It could be anybody from friends, colleagues, family, co-workers, people you meet on campus, anybody who is willing and okay with having a conversation with you that you will write a report on later. The report doesn't need to be long, but you will submit it into the communicative practice section of the module. Finally, at the end of each module is the post-listening discrimination. Very similar to the pre-listening discrimination, except the post-listening discrimination allows you to see the progress you've made on the specific target sounds and your pronunciation. In the post-listening discrimination, you will hear male and female voices speaking words that have the target sounds of the module. You will then write the sounds that you hear the male and female voices saying. Following the post-listening discrimination is an end-of-module survey where you can tell us if the module worked well or if it needs some improvement. You will also get to see the progress that you made along the whole way. Thank you for coming along on this journey of understanding how the VLL works. I hope that this video has prepared you to go into the virtual language lab and succeed. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email us at cte-elp@tamu.edu. Thanks and gig 'em.